Crystal Palace 4, Man United 0. Just what we expected in terms of a loss. No more words. Just make it end now. Just make it end. That's just what it is. We've come to expect these type of performances from Man United. And just when you think that they can't supersede the bad type of performances, they find a new way. And that's what it is. And first of all, I want to big up those away fans in the away end at Selhurst Park today, because the players didn't even deserve that type of reception showed by them fans there today. Fantastic fans, because it's toxic right now. We're a mess. We're awful. But the match-going fans, which is not easy to do when you spend your time and your money going to these games, to give the team, after that type of performance, that type of reception. So that's the one positive from the night, because the players did not deserve that. There's players there talking at the end, covering their mouths and this, that and the other. Just get off. Like, absolutely awful. One thing is having injuries. One thing is, Johnny Evans hasn't played in ages. You got to play him next to Casemiro. That's fine, but there's still a lot of senior pros in there. You know what I mean? And far too many times, whether they've been fit or they haven't been fit, we get this type of outcome. It's all over. There's no coming back from this. I've said it before, rip it all up. I've said that many, many times. Can't do it in one window. But from the manager right through to the players, we're looking at we're looking at debris. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing something that's just been blown up and mashed up into pieces, and there's just little bits of it everywhere. It's just debris. That's what we are. We're not a team. We're bits of debris just scattered around everywhere. That's just what it is. Pieces and pieces, bits and bobs. That's what it is. And you saw on the match through there, you don't even have the anger anymore. You haven't got the anger. You haven't got the, the shouting and the swearing and the cussing. You just got acceptance, and you've just got laughter, laughing of well, if you don't laugh, what am I supposed to do? I've done the cussing, I've done the swearing, I've done the shouting. You've gone through all those emotions, and then you realise what the team is, and it ain't going to change in the next 4 games. Well, chalk that one off now. In the next 3 games, going to get moved to by Arsenal, moved to by Newcastle, then it's Brighton away, moved to in the final. It's over. It's all over. It's finished. When a whole team plays that badly, you don't really want to pick on just one player. But I have to today, in terms of calling out some individuals. Casemiro was absolutely awful today. Shocking performance from him. I don't care that he's a centre mid, playing at centre back and stuff like that. What he did today was outrageously bad. Outrageous. Diving in on Elise. It wasn't even like Elise had to shake and bake, and it was an amazing piece of skill for the first goal. He just dropped half a shoulder, and Casemiro just fell like a stack of shit. Awful. The 4th goal that we concede, Casemiro, I do not know what he's thinking. All he had to do is play the ball out for a throw-in. Tries to shepherd it out for a goal kick stupidly. Gets the ball nicked off him, 4-0. Absolutely shocking. And this was our captain today. And also, he's a player who's won 5 Champions League. He's been there. He's done it. He's got all the T-shirts you could possibly get. So if you have to drop into centre-half to play a couple of games, I expect you to at least make good decisions. If it's a physicality thing or you got outpaced by someone, fine. But this drop into the floor shit that he does is it's null and void. Just go Saudi now. Just go now. Andre Onana, honestly, I like some of the saves. Well, lack of saves. They're just alarming. Let's just be real. He's not good enough. It's just, you just have to call it with how you're seeing it with your eyes. And this is a player we've invested heavily in to bring in. And it's the wrong option. It's money badly spent. That's on Ten Hag's watch. You look at Anthony. I don't need to go into how he's been so bad. But again, it's money wasted. That's his signing. Terrible. Midfield. Christian Eriksen, we know, is done. But he goes to sleep for that throw-in where Elise gets in behind him. He doesn't have legs to get back in. And look, he has to move on as well. We know that. Dalot, back post, didn't have a clue what was going on. Aaron Wan-Bissaka at left back just looks absolutely lost. Doesn't know where he is. And also this is the thing that stems all the way through the team, because it's a knock-on effect. Because the confidence is so low, Ten Hag can never pick his favoured team. And then on top of that, he can't get a tune out of the players that he does throw out. But unfortunately, as a manager, you live and die by your decisions. And when you're at the helm, when you're in control of things, the buck stops at you. The responsibility falls at your doorstep. And when you see players that are just out of sorts, looking clueless, down in tools, today was the first day it looked to me like the players had given up. The players had given up. They've given up. They've like, fucking hell, what are we going to do here? They look clueless. When we came out at half-time, they were having these little talks again, mouth over, covering up. What are you saying, bro? What you're saying is not top secret. We're shit. Like, what are you doing? Why are you having all these secret conversations, bro? You can't even have a proper huddle. Like, we just look at sixes and sevens. We look all over the place. We're not a team. It's a bag of individuals out there right now who don't know whether they're coming and going. And it's scathing. That's just where we're at. I've accepted that. That's why before this game, I predicted we'd lose. Thought we'd lose 2-1, not as bad as 4-0. And the truth of the matter is, the game should have been 8-0. Elise's probably looking at that, thinking, I don't even want to go there. I hope they don't come in for me. I'm all right under Glasner, to be honest with you. Let's cook. Let's do something here. I'm playing with Eze. Who am I going to be playing with if I go there? Do you know what I mean? So Ineos got one hell of a job on their hands. Like Elise, and the thing is, today, obviously Elise is fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. But the types of goals they scored today, they were really, really easy goals. And that's the thing. You can take it if you have to, mix and match. And Erik ten Hag said all he could do was play the players that were there. I get that. I will always have a level of understanding of the amount of injuries we've had. No proper left-back in there. No centre-back partnership. Midfield keeps changing. Rasmus Højlund's just, getting hung out to dry, the poor kid. Got nothing. Anthony's rubbish. Like, Garnacho's dead on his feet now. I get that. I got sympathy to a certain extent. But unfortunately, you're not setting up the team in a way whereby you counteract those things that have happened to you. You got dealt a shit hand this year. So did Newcastle when they had all their injuries. We've laughed at Chelsea for the whole season. Poch has been on his arse. Now we're like solidly 8th. Like, same amount of games played, we've got a minus goal difference. You don't just get to carry on as the manager. You don't just get to say, oh, that's just injuries. It's just, sorry, I couldn't pick this. It just doesn't work like that. Like, it's okay to say that this thing is over, like, in my opinion anyway. And I'm actually calm. I'm not even like super mad or trying to be toxic or whatever. Everyone's going to have their opinion. Some people are still going to think it's okay, just get to the end of the season. We are going to get more licks, but we just need the season to end. I look at that and see emptiness, personally. I don't think that can be, dug back up. And also, even when we have had our strongest team, even from like February last year after the Carabao Cup final, after around that Barca and Carabao Cup final, we haven't looked good for a long time, guys. Like, we haven't. Even with the starters there. Let's not act like we didn't get licks 7-0 last year. Let's not act like we didn't get licks 4-0 off Brentford last year. Let's not act like we didn't get licks off Villa last year. Like, it's a continuation of that. And there's no accountability from the players. There's zero coming from the manager and the coach and stuff. It's all broke. So again, if you're Ineos, you're just looking at it like, rah, this is over. So it's all over. It's all over. I've said that many times. Make it end. I've waved the white flag. It's done. It's over. Capiche. Finito. Yeah? Let me know what you think, but that's what I'm on. Arsenal? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Gonna be peak. But strap yourselves in, guys, because there's more licks coming. Peace.